Right, I'm still waiting for my other video to process. It's uploaded up there already, but it's just in like low resolution, so like 320 or whatever. So I'm hoping it's going to get better quality, and I won't have to remake that thing. So while that's uploading, and I'm trying to see if this works, instead of waiting, I'm just going to start recording another video, and maybe I'll just have to redo these if it doesn't get in better quality. So I'm still just playing with this Look Smart. I usually use Google for a search engine, but it's fun to find other stuff around and just see what they're giving me. So there's this guy, Shinmera. So I'm going to come over here and just look for him. And he's working on some different stuff. So we can go to his GitHub over here and then maybe make this big. And go to his repository. Well, actually, I'm going to see this one right here. So he also has another name, Shirakumo or whatever. And this radiance right here, it's something I want to play with, so I'm going to try it out. I kind of want to make ribbitface.com from scratch, but maybe I'll make two versions of it, one using other people's libraries. I'll start with this maybe, I don't know. So anyway, like if you look at this, let me just trust GitHub while I'm doing this too. And here's what else, like right here I might have to trust the assets. So even more stuff will come up. And so you can see there's like Lisp stuff in here. This is Radiance. It's like I want to say not a web framework, but web application environment. So I don't know if this is a higher level abstraction to a framework or a low level one or both, but it's, it says it's like a sort of like a web framework, but more general, more flexible. And I just want to see, like, I don't know how to do like a lot of I don't know how to make comments practical in the past, so that's what I'm going to try to do with some of these videos. And Radiance sounds like something that might be able to be used. And then right here, he's got like a timemoon.eu. I want to go see this real quick because I want to say that I was over here one time. I don't know if I have to put some other stuff in front of there or what, but so this is maybe like a blog or something of his. So this is another place, timemoon.eu, where he's like talking about, and here's another game he made. I want to say he made this one in Lisp also. So if anybody wants to know if you can make Lisp videos in Common Lisp, this dude has one on the Steam store for 99 cents. And I think this is Lisp, so I might be wrong, but he's making another game, and I think he used this as a test bed. I haven't bought it yet, but I want to support him, so I think whenever Kandria gets finished, or Kandria, however you say it, gets done, then when Kandria is done, I'll just buy them both, just to support him. And I think this is, let's just temporarily take that stuff out of there. I don't want to play this or anything, but it's like you have pets or something. So it's kind of like a dating, understand, kind of like a dating simulation, but rather than like dating something, you're just like getting along, trying to get along with your pets or something type of deal. I want to go here though again, because I think there was something on Radiance. It might be how I found out about Radiance. And I'm just going to go down here real quick and then come back up and hit search for Radiance. And so, I don't know. I think it was on this site though, so let's go back to that Look Smart and see if we can do something like this. Site, I doubt this will work, but maybe I can just put the URL there and it'll pick it up. And then Radiance. I want to say he started this out in PHP or something. And so number 10. He doesn't like what I typed. So that's cool. I don't care. I'm going to go to Google this time. And we'll just see like, differences between search engines, let's say. So here I'm going to say site. I'm going to give it this, and I want to type Radiance. And then now we'll see if there's something about Radiance on there. So Radiance and overview. And this will get me closer to what I want to do. And I guess like Shinmera, it's kind of like Da Vinci. He's maybe a software engineer and an artist at the same time. So I'm guessing this is just like stuff he wrote. And this right here is like First Confessions Primer. It's just part of a series. So I don't know which one I'm on. There's a previous there. I don't know if this has to do with Radiance, so maybe I can just say Radiance in here and see. No, so I want to go back to where I was, let's say. And then, I don't know, at some point, I think he was writing in PHP, like a web framework or something. He started messing with it in Lisp. So, Radiance, maybe we can just click here. I don't know how to use this software really. And maybe this is just a confession of him going through. So this is a review of Radiance, road onwards. So this is like going lower. I don't know, this is just like him blogging about this stuff or something. So I want to try to use his web framework just to try to figure out how to use Lisp libraries and stuff. And this is, I guess, Kandria. This is what this looks like, Kandria. And maybe there's this like just like concept art or something. So I don't know. Climbing up. So this is I think he has a game engine also called Trial, and I think this white here might have turned into Kandria, right? There's a video he has on whatever this was. Maybe it's on Trial. It's really neat. I'll try to find those links or something. And this is the game he's working on. So I was trying to play this game, but I don't know if it'll let me. So I'm gonna try to do it again. I've been trying to like run it, but there's an older version, so I probably can run that one, but I haven't been able to try the new one yet. And I want to say it's over here, maybe. So if I say I already downloaded it. Oh, well, I can show how to download it afterward if we can get it to run, maybe. So I'm just type Kandria here. And then there's an older version, there's a newer version. And at first it didn't work, so I sent him an email. And he sent me an email back, and at first I wasn't getting far enough in here. I don't know if I'll re-download it first for ribbit face, let's say. C ribbit face, C downloads, C users, and then ribbit face, and downloads, and then here it is. So I want to come in here. I want to say there's a log file in here maybe so I can show you. So I'm going to try to run it right here. And I don't know it's full screen, so if the game's going to mess it up or if it still let me. But maybe the video will freeze for a minute. But we'll just have to see it later whenever I play this. So I don't want to run this because it's going to overwrite that. But I ran this and then it crashes. And it told me like, check out this. And so I can open up the trial log. And it's on my other screen, so let me pull it over here. And then this is just some information. And so right here you can see this is like the processor I'm running on. This is the name of my computer, ribbit hole. I don't know what the rest of this stuff is, but so this looks like it's Trial. That's his game engine. So it looks like Kandria is running on top of Trial. And then right here it's talking about Steam, so it's initializing some Steamworks stuff. And then right here, this is something that's failing. I don't know if this is what's messing it up, but something that's messing it up, right? And he had said it had after I sent in this log, because I sent in this log right here. This maybe hit page down, so you can kind of see what's in here. I don't know, it doesn't look like this blue right there, kind of. Maybe this is like a JSON format or something. I don't really know. So that's the end. I'm gonna hit Control Home to go to the top. Now in here, I just want to search Control S, and I'm gonna say like save. Because he said it looked like the save state was messed up. And I don't know like anything about it, so Kandria.save. So right here, it looks like it's loading state from a zip read packet into row 12 units. I don't know what that means. Like, is this an error? So here we have a trial error. So the game engine, I guess, is trying to load this. And let's say, like, I don't know what's going on. Let's just try to describe it anyway. Error while parsing arguments and destructuring bind. So this is a common Lisp command. Odd number of elements and keyword value. So will burn true nil. So maybe this is something that changed. So I'm just guessing, like, maybe something changed here, and now it takes odd number of arguments. Maybe there's it takes more or less now, whatever, for when you weld something. Or maybe it's renamed. I don't know, maybe that variable's not there anymore. And then we have a def macro lambda, this broken, this error environment running, and then a variable. So here's where it's kind of like going, we can get out of here for a minute. This is where like Lisp is, jumping back into the debugger right here. So if we were in Slime or something, we could mess something up, and actually we can do that right now, right? Let's go over here. Oh, I wanted to change the colors of this before I made another video. Just this pink stuff's hard to see on the screen. But just ignore this right here for now, CL user. This is I want to say the package I'm in, the namespace, which right now is just a default CL user. And if I was to come over here and make an error, so let's just add to defun, crash, and put XY, and then just say like whatever, plus XY. And now we're like, see right here, the debugger slime's debugger or whatever is saying like the name argument to defun crash is not a function name. And so there's no function being there. So that's not how I'm supposed to do that. So I can just hit Q to get out of here, but notice like here's this retry and then here's like a backtrace. So here's like the backtrace right here. Actually I can move this over. So while I'm in my repr, I'll just hit Q to get out of there. And so this is like, like a backtrace of stuff. So, and then it says like where it's going. So Shinmera sent this like thing back saying, get rid of this saves. No. Like, so, I think it was a zip file. Maybe I have that email up over here. So starting fresh is possibly best. So I think I gotta find out where it's saving this stuff. I think he told me. I already forgot. I think it might have been app data actually. But let me just try to look and see so I'm not jumping around everywhere. Oh, I can't find that email. Why is it so hard? Okay, so I'll just show you this, right? He's saying if I go into like %app data, and if you've ever been like, I don't know, like if I just go to app data, these are like, man, it's been so long since I used Windows, what do they call this stuff? But these are like environment variables, right? And so these % right here will just take me to a certain place. And this is taking me to see ribbit face app data. So if I just click in here, I can get around, right? And so even though I don't even remember what he was talking about, if I'm inside here, then there's Shirakuma, so that's him, so it's probably in there. So I'm just gonna start typing that. Even though I'm not in the command line, I can just type. So this one zip, I think, is what it's talking about. But what I wanna do here is, I'm just gonna come over here and maybe like he wants me to delete this, let's say, but I'm just gonna rename it to like, hit Control Z maybe, I can undo that, but only once. Hit escape and hit F2 to rename. And then I'm just gonna hit end and then dash, and I'll say like backup, crash, backup of crash, crash backup maybe. And so hopefully, oh, there's a Kandria though. So I should have just got rid of that. Oh, that's cool, that's what I wanted to do. So hopefully if I try to run Kandria again, then it doesn't have that old data that's in there. Because I think when I was looking at that notepad, did I close it? I did. But the save state, it was like, had some old form, I think. Like, oh, I mentioned what I thought it was, so whatever. Now, if I come back over to Kandria and make sure I'm in the right one. So I'm pretty sure this is the new one. I think he made a new one, so I probably need to go download that, but maybe this will work. So if I run this, let's say, that's what I want to try to do. And hopefully this works, because then you can see like an example of a Lisp game. So what I have is just like an Xbox controller, the old ones. Maybe the very first Xbox controller ever. You can use a keyboard, but like when I was playing with around it before, I don't know. When I was playing around with it before, it seemed to be easier to use this. So it's telling me with this button. Over here. So this is a game written in Lisp by Shinmera, man. This is kind of cool. It might be the coolest game I've seen written in Common Lisp all the way, because I think besides the Steam stuff, it's all in Common Lisp. But there's another game on Linux called Abuse. I'm gonna turn the sound down because I'm talking too loud probably. But there's this other game called Abuse. And it uses Common Lisp a lot, so maybe one day I can share that too. But it's the old game, this is a new one. And so, what do I think about those dudes? I'm gonna say Lion is nice, let's say, or you live here? Like what? So I'll just say it's a Rune City, it's nice. I knew you'd love it, whatever. So There's like, oh, if I can, so I'm gonna follow her. So what am I looking at? So I'll just be like, how do I manage this? So yeah, it's pretty nice to like, you know, students drawing their own art. Maybe some friends are doing the music and helping, or people is working with them doing some of the stuff. So, no, music just got louder right there for some reason. So turn it down a little bit. Oh, there's an E here. So. Notice whenever I walk over here with the joystick, it shows this, but if I walk over here with the arrow keys, it shows an E, so that's how it interacts with it. So that's kind of cool. And I don't know, I wasn't paying attention where she went, so it was just over here somewhere. Get the cursor out of there. There was like a little thing right here. She's still yelling at. Can't tell where she's coming from, she's facing the other way. So did you come this way, dude? Am I going the right way? It doesn't matter, right? Let's go to that a little bit. I think this is the other swing. And I think we can climb up these walls somehow. It's the other button. Here we go. And then there's a... Oh, what's up? I guess it just is down right here. Well, I got hit there. So, I don't know. I'm not sure where I'm supposed to be going, but... So I think if I... Whoa, what happened there? Oh, cool, I can jump off the side of the screen or something. Oh, I was dying, never mind. I'm not doing something cool. So here, there we go. It's just like, you know, some type of double jump or something. This controller is real old, so it's probably hard to like do. I don't know, like I don't think she came this far, but let's just see what's out here. Is there a way to run faster? I think it just automatically starts running faster. And try to push something when that happened. I don't know. Maybe I lost my buddy, but there's a rope here too. I probably should go down. So yeah, probably what it was in the very beginning of the game. How can I get up here? Wait, it's right here. Ooh, so maybe try the other one. We can jump up there and grab. And maybe come over here. Ooh. Well, I'm not a very talented jumper, so try this one more time over here. There we go. She probably just ran in the hole way back there or something. Maybe if I just run rather than jumping, they'll start running faster. The zombies come back. I can skip them, I guess. Then I'm just gonna guess that I have to go back over here. Is that the way I want to go in now? Go home. This was our home. There we go. That's the right way finally. So I guess this lady right here, this is Jack. And on the Android, I'll just tell him pleased to meet you. So he doesn't like me speaking. And Catherine, I think, got me working again, let's say, on the Android. So... and there's a way to report stuff. I want to say, I don't remember if it was F12 or something. Yeah. So F12. So it's like, I could be like, hey Shin, what's up, dude? I found a bug, so this is like for reporting stuff. Found a bug. And then I can say submit, and then this right here will come back and put that in there. But Control A doesn't work, but maybe Control backspace does. No, I can actually go back with this. Anyway, so I hit F12 to get rid of that. Click back in here to make sure I'm in the right window. Oh, now I'm stuck. So F12, and then F12 again to get rid of that. And so maybe, I don't know, like, maybe I hit F12, and the reason it's getting stuck is because I didn't submit nothing, and I opened this thing or started typing it in Shin. Just trying to get back to game after hitting F12 to demo the feedback form. I'm stuck. After I hit F12, I hit F12 again to make it go away. And now the game's not responding. I don't know how to say all this stuff, but filling anything, anything. Submitting this to see if it will let me back in game. It will let me play now. Probably it knows. And then if I hit submit right here, let's say message failed. Together and submit report. There's no application method for generic function, standard function. Kandria file 1. And callable arguments global.lisp. See also. I guess I can't scroll around and say, okay, move to the next one. Anyway, so I'll hit F12 to try to get rid of that. Just try to hit escape. Can't pause right now. So this is F11. This gives you some information about the game also. And then I want to see there's another button I can hit, which I don't know if it'll work in this mode, which I'm not able to do, so could have been just this one too. But I think there's like an editor or something. You can edit the levels. So I'll just go back in here again. I don't know. Just testing this game out. But I wasn't able to send feedback, so I'll just send him an email with this video if I end up putting this up. So I'll go back in here, let's say. And then, what did I do wrong? Oh, I hit F12, so I won't do that now. So I'm not going to try to submit any bugs I find at the moment. So I'll just say, well, I should have said something different because I said that last time, right? So the water's failing. We need to get the water back on because they got crops. So Catherine wants to know what we can do. He says stay here, man engineering while Fee and the others might need you. So he's going to go down and check the supply pipe to get water working. His leg's messed up, so it's too dangerous. He doesn't want his daughter to go, I think. So she's like, I got an android with a sword. And he's like, what? You give an android a sword? And I'll just tell her I can protect her. He doesn't believe me. He doesn't like robots, I guess. So my android buddy, so Catherine's the only one that likes me so far. But if I hurt the kid, Dad'll get mad. And then gave us a walkie-talkie. And so now we have a new quest. Talk to Catherine, quest completed. So now let's just go talk to her again. Ready to go? I'm ready. Are we going again? I'm just ready to go. So I gotta follow her. And then now I get another error here. So, they made a trial.log at least. So, I'm gonna get out of there, right? So now maybe I have to download a new one because he sent me an email saying there's a new one there. I could go back and try to play the old one too, but I guess I should have copied that log, so because the other one had a different error, and I just think I overwrote it. So even before I play with this one, right? Let's just say I wanted to play with this again. What I could do is just like rename this because it's probably going to create a new one, so I don't have to copy it. So I'll just say trial log, and I'll say like trial Kandria, and I think this was like version 0. I'll just put dash 0. Is it 1.0.0, 0.0? I think that's just 0.1.1 maybe. Sorry, but whatever. And then right here, I want to say it's the second email. Because, I don't know, we've gone back and forth for a couple of times, but I think this is the second one for this particular type of thing that's messing up. That way, if I run the game again, it'll create a trial log, and it won't overwrite this one. So now let's just see. Last time it was a save thing that messed up, right? So let's just go see if there's a save in here. And there is a save in here. And it's reading the zip packet, but this time it works. We deleted all that stuff. And then it's telling him where I'm putting my stuff at, I guess. So this is the input. But notice, like last time, when we were just in here, I want to say that this one of the saves right here is where it was messing up. Right here, it looks like it's activating stuff. So what I probably need to go do right now is download, what is it? The new Kandria, because I think he said, you know, I've been talking to him all night. Like I've been up for like a couple of days now. It's like 3 hours in the last 2 days maybe or something. So, and I've just been sending him random emails whenever I was trying to play with stuff. And every time I go back and check the email in between his videos and stuff, he's replied to me. So, oh, it's kind of cool. This guy is like really interesting. And like I don't really know what I'm doing, and so I'm coming in here and play. And we could keep down here, so we got like shaders and vertex shader and all this different stuff that's in here. But last time, if I remember, there was a backtrace where it aired out. So I'm gonna try to find that backtrace. I think that's how we spell it. And so maybe I'll just put trace there. Brack trace. There's backtrace. Oh, we found one. Oh, so here we go. So remember in the REPL how we had this restart, and this is like where the debugger's coming up. And so we can kind of see in here when I send him this file in a minute, I'm gonna send this to him. And then right here, like every time I send it to him, he fixes more and more of it or whatever. So trial render loop. Let's just see where it starts messing up. So I was saying this right here. So right here is an error, right? So I could have searched for error maybe. So what I'm doing is like looking where the debugger came up and then just going up and trying to find out where the error is coming in. So trial render loop. So now we see trial has game engine trying to render a loop, whatever that means. It might be like whatever, I don't know. So error and render thread. There is no applicable method for the generic function when called with arguments nil. So it's getting past nil here. And there's no generic function. Just say I think this is for classes. Maybe you can use generic functions for something else, but from what I understand, like if you're using CLOS, or I like to call it clause, CLOS, right here we can put it right, CLOS, or all caps CLOS. And this is a common Lisp object system. So this is the object-oriented system in common Lisp. And you can write generic functions for your classes. So I'm imagining that he has a generic function for a class, which might even just be for this generic function right here, right? Kandria extend, and right here has one, but for whatever reason it's coming back. Maybe that's showing how many arguments was passed, but whatever it's showing us that nil was passed there, and it doesn't have something for nil. So somewhere it's calling nil maybe. Well, nil is false on Lisp, so something's failing, or something's returning false, or whatever, it's returning nil. So if I come over here to Portical, and then right here I say, let me move this controller out of the way. If I get around to it, I'll try to like download the Kandria, the one that he has uploaded for me. And okay, so this is kind of goofy too, because it sounds like he made another one, and I'm over here, now I'm debugging the old one, right? So I can send him this information, but probably it's smarter not to. But I still want to understand what's going on, right? And so what was I saying? Nil. So really, I think T is true and nil is false. But in Lisp, anything's true that's not nil. Let me see how I can explain this, I guess. So we can say like, how would I see if something's equal to T? So maybe I'll just use like equal P, or equal, I don't know. Just at least equal P, T, yeah. So So if I say is equal P, there's a lot of different ways to use equals in this, but I don't know them all. Or maybe I know some of them, but I don't know when I want to use one of them or whatever. But if I say it's true equal to, nil, no. So pretty much I think that, the only thing that's really equal to nil is this is equal to nil also. I can say equal P nil, and then give it this right here, which is an empty list. And that's kind of interesting, right? So empty list is nil also. And I can also type that equal here. And in this particular case, I probably can get rid of the actual quote there, but it makes more sense because it's more readable probably to put the quote there. But if I don't put it there, nil is still empty to that. So we can also say I was meaning to put equal P there. So now I can say is this equal to this? Of course it is because they're both nil and nil is that. So then I can say maybe equal P true, yes. So here equal P is saying no because they're not probably the same type too. But if I just say equal here, then is that going to be there? And so then I can say maybe equal like this. You would think that would somewhere say yes, because I would think that they're not equal. So eq t yes. You would think anything, yeah, anything is going to be equal, but I don't know. Then we can say type nil, type of nil t. Not this works either, but just try one more time. Type p nil. I'll have to figure out how this stuff works, but I was trying to show. So this is ironic that type p nil is true because let's say everything is a type of true in common Lisp, I think. Like some object-oriented language, just everything in here is an object because everything has a base class or something or whatever. So I don't know how it works in here if it's a base symbol or something. I don't know, rather than a class. So now we could say is that? So I'm doing that backwards. I can say is yes of type t, yes. So pretty much anything we put in here, any atom or S expression we put in here, a list or whatever, is probably going to come back as that. So if I just say 1, 2, 3, give it t, then it's going to come back as type t or whatever. So anyway, that's what nil is right here. It's just a representation of false. And it might have been because I was doing this backwards on these other ones. I don't know. Let's just try this real quick. It wouldn't matter though, right? Yeah, in this particular case. I don't know why. It seems like there would be something equal and true, but whatever, I don't care. So we found some error, but it makes more sense to download the new Shinmera. So I don't even know how to do that. So let's go find Kandria, let's say, and see. Now, before I do this, once again, let's go back over here. Where were we? We're inside here. And then I'm just going to rename this one. Hopefully I don't have the game running or something while I do this. Might not let me rename it, but now this is a crash too, right? And this is a backup. And this is the second email. And then now we have that out of there again. So I'm going to try to go find Kandria real quick. And we'll just go back to this look smart. So far it's been doing okay. But there's stuff in Google I'll show later. I'll do a video on Google searching. Because it's pretty cool. Shinmera, where we're trying to find Kandria. So what I'm trying to find is the detective game. I don't want the GitHub one per se, but maybe he has a link to the other one. Go to Kandria.com. Because this one right here, so look, here's Kandria. This is cool, but then they have some Font Awesome and Google and GStatic, and so different sites have all this stuff. I don't really. This might be I don't know if whatever. There's reasons he's using YouTube, and so right now the video is not going to play. So I'll just go ahead and say permanently, not permanently, but for the temporary. As long as this tab is open right here, this tab is open, then I'll let it do whatever. It's just some plugin I have for Firefox I'm running. No script and uBlock Origin, I guess is what I'm using. It makes it kind of annoying to get around sometimes. And so now we can check it out. So hopefully this is the newest thing. I can actually probably go to my email though and get the new, well, you can't see my email, right? So let's just see it. Hopefully this is the newest version. So yeah, to get it, you would come over here and put your email in and then it'll send it to you. So I'm just gonna do this, go to my email, because I've already done this. So yeah, fill this out. You can get the game and play it like the demo or whatever. So how am I trying to do this? Go find Shinmera. What was I talking to you at again? And he's talking about some other stuff. He sends like some stuff out. I don't normally read my email, but since I'm trying to like learn this one in contact with this guy, started checking my email out. And then he sent me a link here. Hopefully this link is an updated version. So it's updated 4 hours ago, so cool. So I'm just gonna copy the link address and put it over here. Well, you know, like he's sending an email, so it's probably better I don't do that on the screen. I don't want to get in the way of his like the way he's doing stuff. So just go over there and fill that out, and he'll send you the game. But for my purposes, I'm gonna actually just download this over there for myself. And he gave me a link or whatever, so you can get one too. And it's updated 4 hours ago. And where's this putting it at? So it made a new one. So I'm gonna guess this is the new one, the one with the new one. So I'm just gonna come over here for myself and say like, I'll just put the newest one in here. And to do this, I'll just copy it in there, right? So I'm pretty sure this is the newest one. So I'll copy that in here. And then, sorry, once again, I'm just gonna scan this because I just always do that. So it's probably gonna take a minute like last time, right? So, oh no, okay, this one's quick. And then I'm gonna extract all right here. Just say extract. And you can see some of the files. There's WAV files, there's list files, there's raw files. What else is coming out here? Some kind of graph file. I don't know what that is, but all the raw files, exe. And then now we can come in here. So, remember what I did over here earlier? It's still open, the roaming. I renamed this, and this time, supposedly, theoretically, when I run this new with the one up here and run this, I'm running the newest version, and I've cleaned out all the junk. So here's like now me running it the first time. And so since I'm on Windows 10, it always asks for this stuff. So it says don't run, but if I hit more info, then run anyway. And I scanned it, and Shinmera is cool, so I'm just gonna go ahead and run this. Oh, so now I'm just making another video. So, I don't know, getting another error now. So I guess we can come down here and see if it's the same one. And instead of just, what's this thing? So Steamworks and initialize failing. So it's already starting right at the front now. I don't know what the rest of the stuff is, but maybe something interesting will come in here. So here's some debug on the trial loader, about to load, so it's trying to do some stuff, I don't know. And this comes back, I don't know if this is like, this is just C really, right? So this is like C code right here. And I don't know, maybe this has to do with that stuff he's doing. So maybe this has to do with the Steam, or maybe actually Kandria has some like C and some common Lisp, but I don't know. And then down here, this doesn't look like C anymore, right? This kind of looks like some kind of JSON type format. It just might be something the way that he's parsing it. But this right here actually does look like C code again, so maybe I just don't know C. Because this looks like C. And I don't know, this NUV might be some stuff he made. But this might be now like Could be like coming in and out of different things. Some shaders. So this could be like C, or it might be a JSON format that's being read in. So we're seeing so far like some Lisp stuff, some C stuff it looks like, and I don't know if this is C or like maybe a struct, or I don't know. But I don't know C, so I'm not a programmer, like I said. There's like a case. So this is like a C case, I guess. And see, this is like in GLS LTK, so TK is like a toolkit. Maybe it's Lisp TK. So I'm just gonna say like LTK might be Lisp TK, which I want to say like Tickle TK. There's a programming language called Tickle. And I'll just come over here, make this smaller like this, and then come over here for a minute. And there was a Tickle, and then Tickle had a TK, which is a toolkit. So Tickle's like tool command language or something. And then it came out with TK, which is toolkit, which is like maybe where GTK and stuff like this might even come from TK, right? Just the idea or whatever for toolkit. And this is like the GNU toolkit or whatever. And we have all these different ones. So this LTK is probably like a Lisp TK. So that might be how he's like drawing the windows or something. And then this GLS. I want to say it might be like OpenGL something. So maybe this is like how you're like interacting with OpenGL, because OpenGL would be putting textures there and stuff probably, and blending stuff and picking colors in a case. So this is probably like the C code's probably for like OpenGL something, Lisp toolkit. I don't know. I'm just making stuff up. So I'm digging in here. And once again, it's like messing with shaders and stuff, so it seems like it could be. And then now we have like a error right here too. So just digging down at the bottom, we have another error. Error while parsing arguments to destructuring by odd number of elements. And then we have the Lisp REPL, looks like it errored out more than one spot or something. Maybe this is like, well, I cleared out all the other ones, right? So it looks like we have two of these though. Did the REPL break twice? That's interesting. Like, it gave me two debug output things. You would think one would crash. But anyway, like, it's just information about my stuff so you can see stuff. So I think I tried to do everything the way I wanted to do it and put a new one in here. I could have downloaded the wrong one. So I guess I could say like one more time, I'll just copy this link one more time, right? Before I send this, so to make sure that I'm not messing something up. I'm gonna copy this link out of my email again. And this time I'm gonna go up. Now look right here, I copied this in here, so I'm putting newest. So this is irrelevant now. So just hit Shift Delete, so it permanently deletes. Like if I come over here and hit Delete, when I highlight this, or hit Control A to highlight everything and hit Delete, then it deleted that stuff, but I kind of don't want to delete it that way. And Windows D will bring me right back where I was. So if I try to like go back to my recycling bin on my other thing, and then open up the recycling bin, I don't want to empty it though, I want to open it. So open the recycling bin. That takes a while, I've never used it before. But the recycling bin, I want to restore these two. I want to restore them back where they were, just to show this. So if I say Control A, and now I hit Shift Delete, now it's permanently going to delete this stuff. And theoretically, it's not permanently deleting it, but Windows is going to like wipe out its location of where this stuff is. Until it gets overwritten or something, it's probably still sitting there somewhere, but now Windows can't see it. This way it's not in my trash bag, my trash can or whatever, I guess. So, the best thing for me to do, since I don't want to bug Share Kumu, is on this one I'm just going to delete it. Because, like, well, here's some like the other backup I'd have to like, but it doesn't matter because if this one messes up, I'll just say crash backup every time, just for myself, in case I want to dig in here more. Crash backup. And then we'll just say like third try. Alright, so, and maybe it's best just to get this out of here, but this is just on roaming, so it shouldn't affect this game, I don't think. And if it does, then, well, maybe I'm messing up. But if he watches this video, he'll know what I'm doing at least. So this time I'm going to copy that link again. And then I'm going to download it on this side actually, right? But this time I want to download it. My Opera that I'm using, Opera GX, is not asking me where I want to download stuff, so it's really annoying. Some sort of settings. I don't really want to be doing this in that video, but maybe I'll just download it again. And that's just going to put it back in there and be confusing to me. So what I'm going to do right now real quick is just copy this link. And I already have this Brave set up the way I want it. Or asking what I want. So I'm just going to come over here real quick and put that link in here. Sorry, doing too many things at once. So what if I just go like this and then copy that link into Brave? Like I said, I'm just keeping this off screen because this thing is probably tied to me, and I'd rather him trying to like advertise this game or get it out there, or get like a distribution, like a mailing list or something going if people are interested in it. So now I'm going to download this. It's going to ask me where I want to put it this time. And where I want to put it is where we're at over here.
Come here. Oh, there you are. You ready? Come on.
Sorry, that was someone coming in calling a cat. So, how am I doing this again? Oh yeah, I wanted to see where it's at. So I'll just click over here, move this over for a minute. Come over here to this right here. And that's not where it's downloading to, so this is where I was kind of downloading it to, right? So my external drive fell asleep, so now it's just being stupid for a second. So inside the newest tier is where I want to put it. So what I can do is just copy this right here, and come over here on the screen you can't see, and then I'm going to call this the newest one, let's say. And then when that's done downloading, I want to make sure it's done downloading before I mess with it. Newester. So theoretically, I want to scan this again, right? It didn't take too long last time, so I'll just do it one more time. All right, and then I want to extract this. I'll just extract it right here. I'll try to play Kandria one more time, and then I'm not going to mess with this until I get it working. But I just kind of wanted to show how I'm trying to learn Lisp, and I'm messing with someone else's library, and he's trying to get a game out, and I'm trying to run his game. And maybe after this, to really show the game off, I'd best be off just going back to the old version I had downloaded that was working. And so right here you can see there's probably not a trial log. So trial is his game engine, so I'll say, I just click anywhere and type trial, and it didn't take me anywhere. But to click anywhere here and put Kandria, it's going to take me there. K one more time, K one more time. And then now I can hit enter. And then once again, I'm getting this, so just run it anyway. Come on, Kandria. Oh. So I don't know. I'll probably just like, do I want to cut this off, or we can try to go see what my other user was doing. So where's this at? This is ribbit base. So let's just go see. And I put stuff in downloads rather than normally, like I'm doing ribbit face, I'm trying to put everything over there just so you can see. But normally, if I have more than one user or something, I just have a C downloads. So anything I come in here, I don't have to worry about trying to get in someone else's permissions or something. And I want to say in here is what I was doing. So now in here, I have different versions. This is the one that was crashing earlier. This is the one that used to work for me. So I'm going to try this one now. Just know that the game's updated, and I guess he uses Mac or Linux or something, so he's not using Windows. And so now I just overwrote that other log probably. So what happened there was, I'm pretty sure I have to go back over here, because I have this. I'm just going to delete it. Quit like playing around with stuff over there. And then now if I come over here and run the old version, hopefully this will actually let me play the game. This is like I've messed with different versions, but when I first started playing with his game, there wasn't really much there. It was like, he was putting stuff out when not much stuff was out. So I don't know if it looks different or whatever, but I'm gonna stay away from the box. Ta-da, over here, what do you think? And we went through this, and now I'm gonna lie. I knew you'd love it. Did I lie last time? I'm just used to lying all the time. I've seen this before lots of times. Be a jerk this time. Oh, from the old world? Do you remember that? I bet they had loads of plantations. And I'm like, what? I can't remember nothing. Because of my Android that just got put together. And so, she's like expecting people. And what were we expecting? I don't know. So we better go find Jack. So Jack's her dad. We found that out last time. And this time I saw where she went. There was something right here. This is the engineering area. So this time I can't talk to her, but I can talk to him. So she's all happy she brought a... What's your problem? He said the same thing. Jack, what's wrong? Talk to me. So the water's failing, we went through this earlier. Gotta get the water fixed. I'm just trying to get through this because to demo some of the game. I don't know what I just said, but I think over here I could look at this too. So it's Jack's workbench. And then I could come over here and talk to her. Then I'm ready. Let's go. Let's go, Catherine. So now we're gonna come down here and follow her. I can jump down too or grab. You coming down, buddy? Oh yeah. Wow, it's so tiny. So the map just changes. Like when there's a big area, it gets small, and then it'll get close again. So if you can't see it, don't worry about it. I don't want to make this full screen or anything because I'm recording and the computer's kind of not that great. So when I get a new computer, it could be bigger, I guess. So all right, here's a leak. That's strange. The pipe is cracked. You fix it. I wouldn't be an engineer if I couldn't. So she's welding it, and now I can like. She told me not to like look at the thing without my filter, so I'll put it on. This way it doesn't short circuit my eyeballs or whatever. So we fixed this leak. She's calling back with the walkie-talkie, and then I don't have a name. Why do I need a name? I'm a robot. So she's gonna call me stranger for now. Let's go, stranger. So I guess there's more stuff to like go mess with. And there's an elevator right here too that you can mess with. So here's the other weld. Pipe's cracked. There's sabotage. Stay put, I'm coming down. No, I'm alright, I can fix it. Okay, just be careful. I'll tell Fee what's going on. So Fee's the boss, I'm guessing. I don't know, maybe I shouldn't be telling you what the game's going on, but there's a doggy over here, I think. Ooh, jack me. Uh-oh, I want to be down here. The dog's trying to eat me. Boom, come on, doggy. You can't mess with an android. This is an android dog. I've done the weld, good as new. Let's get down to the pump room. So there's some more stuff to weld, I guess. Ooh, yeah, you can jump. I can too. Look. Cool. What up, Captain? Let's speed up, buddy. I don't know where to go, but you're running slower than me. Ooh, you can run this fast. Never mind. Uh-oh, I fell. Oh, she fell. So if I just hold, like, jump down and hold the button down and I jump down with her. Come on, buddy. Where do I go? Uh-oh. There's rogues here. I think we found the saboteurs. That's cool. Do my thing. You do yours and I'll do mine. How about that? Ooh, we got nailed. Let's get out of here where we can see what's going on. That's not very strong, but this one's stronger. Ooh, we got nailed again. Alright. Come over here and talk to her. Another turn stuff up. So anyway, now where's that telephone? So she's gonna use the telephone. We're too deep to use a walkie now. Sometimes the music gets louder. Depending on the dialogue or not, yes. So we hung up. And then whose fee? Oh man. No, I want to go with you. Don't leave me. Should have said let me follow you. But let's see if we can make it over there without her. Oh, did we come over here? Did I leave her behind? So since I didn't tell her to, oh, there it is. How are you getting up here, dude? Oh, right there. So now, oh no, there's no way to get up. She's climbing better than me. But not for long. Where are we going, dude? Yeah, I think it's right here we can run, maybe. Alright. We're going up here, or is there somewhere else to go? Where you going, dude? Up here. If I can get up here. I don't think I can climb forever. I can't. So I think I need to come back down and try to go like this. Ooh, that makes me slower. I think I can go like this, though. No, like push down the left pad to do that, I guess. I'm not gonna get up there. Maybe it's way up here. Oh, it's over here. Oops. Hopefully she went this way. We have to jump over here now. Oh, here we go. She's not over here though. No, I don't want to go down there. Oops. Tell I'm not good at these kind of games. I did it again. Does it say to go outside? Where's everybody at? So I'm just getting out of here, I guess. You can see all this. I don't want to like spoil it for everything. Just gonna keep going. And then I guess it'll probably give me like a different quest and stuff. So there's just other stuff to do. So anyway, this is someone's game in Common Lisp. So you can make a game in Common Lisp. I mean, it's pretty cool. We did this like crawl thing around. Probably Jack will send me on a quest to go do something, and this person will send me on a quest, maybe. Well, maybe I gotta talk to Jack first. Oh, you know, oh, no, go back up there. Probably had to talk to her first. She probably stayed there and I ran off with them. Oh, adults. I mean, technically I'm an adult, but I like those dinosaurs. Hey, I'm a dinosaur. So here now it's like 2 new quests. So now I can say query fee or query Jack. Jack's rude, so I'll come over here. Now this quest is open. Greetings, stranger. So you're the leader around here? Something like that. So, whatever, they're talking to me and I have too many buttons. I know what I'm supposed to do. Rely on me. Thank you. I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing now. Retrieve the seeds. I don't know. I don't know if I should keep playing this game or leave it at this. I don't know if I can get to a rep. We'll see. Let me see if I can hit some keys real quick. Kind of get out of the game. There was a button I could hit earlier, which I might mess it up doing this. But I'm just gonna hit my Alt keys or F3 key, F4, F5. So it looked like game saved. Can I still move and stuff? Yeah. So F5, F6, F7, F8, F9. I already did something. What did F8 do? Or F9 did something. Yeah, it's reloading my save or something, or repositioning me somewhere. This is where you can see some information. I don't know. Probably hard to see, but just some information inside here. And there's that F12 thing I did not want to hit. Sorry. I want to say there was a key though. 11, so Z, X. Oh, C does something. B. That's what did that. C did the same thing. B and N. I want to say there was a tilde key maybe. Ooh, okay. So this is something else. I don't know. Maybe this is how you can edit the game or something, right? What did I have to do that tilde key? And so I guess I could clone something. So maybe if I come over here and I clone this, and then, well, if I clone, I guess I clone myself. Oh, maybe I'm hiding back here. Sorry, let's see. I don't know if I want to delete that. Set the player or whatever. So let's just try. I was trying to pick something else. And I want to say there's some other stuff like animations. Ooh, scary stuff here too. You can load, save initial state, undo, redo. I'm gonna undo what I did maybe. I don't know if that worked or not, but I guess you can trace what's going on. Maybe freeform. Freeform let me think. And I kind of wanted to pick the map. Browse. Movement. But I think like maybe this is like a map editor, or at least telling you stuff about the tiles and stuff. I don't know how to like. We're going to insert something maybe. It's like a ball here. Insert a ball. Oh. Anyway, this is what happens when you start messing with someone's stuff that they're still trying to make the game or whatever. So anyway, that's a Shinmera. His GitHub is Shirakuma. I'll just copy this over here so it gets bigger. Go over here to this thing, right? And then Control Y. And his other name was Shinmera. And so I can say like Control X, Control Plus. And then that's that dude's name right there. And at some point we could maybe like play with radiance or something, see like how you do web stuff. That'd be cool if all this stuff was in running common Lisp, right? I don't know how to tell, but maybe we could use something like Drachma. I don't know. I'd probably have to turn the headers on and stuff, so I'll do another thing on Drachma. Maybe we can see if we can figure out what this is running or something by doing that, by looking at the headers. So that's, I guess, his actual name, Shinmera. Draws published software. So hey, Shinmera, thanks for all the stuff you're doing, man. It's really cool, and I think I was trying to like before I get out of here too, right? Because let's just look at Shinmera's trial. This is what I was talking about earlier. And hey, Shinmera, don't take this the wrong way, but this is just what I first found out. So we go over here, Shinmera, and I'm thinking, man, another game engine that I can't figure out how to run or whatever. So look, when we saw Radiance over here, this guy's got this stuff documented. He's got all kinds of stuff, right? And look how much stuff he put inside this for documentation. So after seeing this, I'm guessing one day Shinmera's gonna like add all that code and stuff. I think I already said I can see this stuff, but I think he even has in general how to write an application in general. So this is a tutorial I'm gonna try to go through right here. So here's part 0. I don't know if it shows how many parts there are, but part 0 looks like I added a part 8 with Q&A. So there's also part 8. So we're gonna do part 1 to part 8. I'm guessing there's like some more because we're starting at part 0, and then just go in here and how to like run this. So now that I'm seeing this, cool. Because what I wanted to do before, right? And I didn't do any other videos, so I'm gonna keep going. So I'm gonna go to Google. I want to go to Google, doesn't matter if I go to that Look Smart or whatever, right? And right here, what I'm gonna do is like click Lisp for Common Lisp, let's say. And what I was trying to do last time, I even had this window open quite a bit of the time. Oh, why is this doing this? But let's try this stupid thing again. Just make this bigger so I can see it easier. This is what I want to see, I think. This is how you would get Quick Lisp, but since I already have it, because I was running Portical. I had that Portical into there, right? And what I want to do is like, I want to upload it, but maybe it'll just say me how I update it. I should just sit here and say like, probably how to like, here we go, update the software. So this is one of the first things is knowing how to use Parrot Edit, right? What? There's another one to update the client. I didn't know I had to do that too. So let's just come over here. Now, I'm gonna make this smaller. Control X minus. Yeah, maybe that's small enough, but I'll do one more. Is that too small? Oh, I hope not. So I'll say quick load. I copied that, but I'm just gonna type it. And then we're gonna say update dist. And then we're gonna say quick list. And so basically enter to continue. And this is like, I guess before I hit that, I can just see all the stuff it's gonna update. So I went down to the Portical, and all this stuff probably is updated since Portical was there. So let's just say I started trying to use that Shinmera as a radiance thing, and I'm probably going to run into a lot of problems, right? So the first thing I'll probably have to do when using Portical is just to like look how much stuff's going to update. Like, let's just see what it says at the top. That's where I was doing the disassembly. That's where I was messing with some stuff. So right there it was fetching. So from quick list beta or whatever, and then look at all the stuff. So bodge, and it's just all the different stuff that it's going to. Now, this is because it's Portical, it has all this stuff installed. If I just install Emacs and start from scratch, I'd have to install each one of these by hand, which I almost prefer. A lot of these I probably did like messing with stuff that I installed maybe. But anyway, so if I come back down here at the bottom, I had to enter like it's telling me to. And that actually, wow, that was fast. And so then it also wants me to update the client, let's see. So I'm just gonna come over here and this time I'll just copy and paste it. And then missing client info 6p using mock info, update client from 2017 316 to 2021. So the client I'm using for Quick Lisp is from 2017 right now. And the Portical I downloaded, so it looks like he was working on this back then. And you know, this what's cool about Lisp, let's say. This has been, I don't know, like 3-4 years-ish, right? And then he made this, and all I have to do is come over here, let's say, and then now it updated that stuff. And I don't know, like, new Quick List client install will take on effect on the next install, or next restart, I'm sorry. So in the next restart, this is going to take effect, the client. But it looks like maybe the packages are updated soon. Maybe I don't care, but I was doing all that stuff, I wanted to continue, so maybe I'll just close out of here and just start over next time. So Control-C, Control-X, Control-C to exit Emacs. And then now I'm going to just, I have it set up to run port, right? So I'm just going to run port. And then basically get done. Now, see, this is what I was talking about earlier. See how this right here is kind of like covered up, even if that's up. So I'm just going to hold the Windows key, hit up, and then back down, and hit escape. Then see, now I have my status bar down here again. Now, stuff is updated, let's say, in here. So now I could run around and start installing stuff for Quick Lisp or stuff that's on here. Like if I wanted to install Radiance, I think I actually had to add a distro or some shit for that, but right here. So this is not in Quick Lisp and probably never will be, I think is what it said somewhere. So now if I want to run, let's just say I did want to run this, I'd run this command, and then after that I could quick load Radiance. And so, I don't know, like, maybe I can just show you real quick how to load something. So I'm going to say QL, quick load, and I'm going to try Hutch and Toot. I don't know how to spell this thing, but I think that's how it is. Punch and Toot, maybe. Like weird words, right? Maybe it's Hunch and Toot. Hutch and Toot, I thought it was Hutch and Toot. Into website. I don't know. We'll come over here and just look. So let's just see, like, we're using this this look smart or whatever, and we'll say like common Lisp webs Hutch and Toot. Is that how I spelled it the first time? So if it's like even stranger. Hunch and Toot. Is that what I said? Oh, okay. So hunch and toot. I have to see how to spell that in a second. So I'll hit Control X1 just so it puts everything in here. You can see. So it's loading stuff right here, right? Right here, I guess it was downloading packages. So here it's grabbing Babel, CFFI, Trivial something, Common Lisp SSL, CLSSL, I don't know what that is. Bordeaux threads, like multiple threads, Alexandria. Hutch and Toot's the web server I'm trying to run. I had to run all this before I could load this one, right? Babel, I want to say Babel's like this thing I can show maybe if it's the same thing I'm thinking of, where you can. It's probably different for this, but in Emacs, this Babel for like that you type different languages inside the same file and execute C or Ruby or Python or Lisp all in the same file. It's kind of interesting, kind of like IPython King Jupyter Notebooks or something, and kind of how Jupyter Notebooks works for Python. This Babel will work in Emacs for any language. It doesn't matter what it is, as far as I can tell anyway. You might have to write the plugins or something yourself, but you can get them to work for anything, I think. I might show that off. And I don't know if this is a different Babel than I'm thinking of, because this one's in Quick Lisp and that's Common Lisp, but I think Babel that I'm talking about is for Emacs. It could be separate, it could be the same thing or something. And then trivial backtrace. So this is just all the stuff in D5. This is like a Pro Picre regular expression, so it's for Common Lisp and FAT. I don't know if that is base 64. It probably lets me change from base 64. Split sequence, right, for breaking up list and array and sockets or sequences like list and vectors. Use socket to like network programming probably. Trivial garbage, so it's probably like, I don't know what trivial is, but whatever that is, garbage collections like these streams and past streams, I don't know. Features, whatever, it doesn't matter. Bordeaux threads, Alexandria is like a library to mess with stuff. So you don't have to build a bunch of stuff yourself. A lot of default tools or popular tools are in here. And you can see all the stuff that Hutch and Toot needed to run. And I don't even know how to run Hutch and Toot now, so like how would I start it? So what if I wanted to know that? So I can just come back to the same window, let's say. And actually do the search, because I don't think I did. So how would I get it running? Let's just see if it says real quick. Some documentation's ugly, but some of it's cool. If I'm behind a proxy, which I don't have to worry about at the moment. So like right here, right? Instead of typing out, just real quickly, I'll just like copy this. Normally I'll type stuff out to learn, but video's getting long and I wasn't trying to do all this stuff. So now we did Quick Lisp, we updated the distribution inside there for Quick Lisp. Now we're going to try to run a web server, let's see. Now notice that I'm in Emacs inside a REPL. I'm going to run this instead of saying, yeah, I probably want to put a private network, but I think I'm just pretending like my network at home is a public network because other people are in the house using it and stuff. Now I think like I should just be able to go here is what it's saying, right? So if you don't know, you can just, to go to your own computer, since this is running on my local machine, it's running a web server right here, right? Inside the, I guess the REPL, but I can now access my local machine through this IP address right here. You can type localhost there probably too. And did it say 4242? No, the number 42, the meaning of life. So now you can see welcome. And now right here you can see like I'm running this web server inside Emacs, inside Slime. And it's hooking to SBCL and Swank. And doing all this stuff. And you can see the request over here. Because I came over here and went here, it's getting a request over here. So I'm using Firefox, right? This is Firefox, right? So it's getting the image made with Lisp.logo, which is this dude right here. So come over here and look at the properties probably. Can I look at the properties? I could inspect that maybe. And then we can come over here and do it. Just hit F12 to get out of there. It's another way to look through stuff. But I could also just say like copy image link. And then if I come over here, let's see where it's at. So see made with Lisp logo. So if I came over here, I can just see that logo by itself probably. And then when I did that, if I refresh this page with F5, you can see it's just pulling the logo up now. Or the other page back here, if I refreshed it or reran it, might be pulling some other stuff inside here too, but we can now look over here, there's some stuff saying it's properly installed. But in my own web server that's running here, I now have the documentation for Hutch and Toot too, so. Hutch and Toot, am I saying that correctly? It's Hunch and Toot. I better say it more correctly because I couldn't spell it earlier. It used to be called DBNL, which I don't remember what it stands for, but I never really learned this stuff back then. And this is how you can start defining stuff. I don't know. I don't really want to mess with this right now, I don't think. But we can just show this, right? So I'll copy that and come over to the REPL over here and then hit this. And then it's kind of funky looking because I pasted it, but over here we can see. I probably could have tabbed it and would like indent that code, right? So Hutchin2 define easy handler, SEO, URI, name, setf, Hutchin2 content types, text plain, so just plain text, format nil, hey, add, whatever. It's kind of like that format command I was messing with, but now there's like other stuff inside here. Now we have an add sign after a directive. I don't know what that does really, but maybe it'll come to my mind while I'm messing with some of the stuff. Or I'll have to look it up at some point, right? So since I typed that, it says say yo. And so now I should be able to come over here to the 4242 yo. And then, so if I hit Control-Shift-T to get rid of that and go back one maybe. Go forward here. Let's just say I come here. And it'll tell me to put yo there. So hey, so if we come over here and look again, you're already yo. And now we're saying hey. But I think it said over here if I put like some kind of query behind that or like add to the URL, you can do this. So I can come over here and just put this question mark right here, right? And so name equal, oh, who am I? I'm ribbit face, yo. So I'm gonna work, hey, ribbit face. So now we can look at the source code of that, Control U. It's just plain text, it wasn't HTML, right? So if we were putting HTML here, we'd see view source being HTML text probably. But because we said plain text, it's just a text coming out of there. So Hutchin2 comes with a little example website to see if it works. So I guess we can load this too. So we'll just use Quick Lisp again. Come over here and run this, and it's running like now it's going. Now it got Drachma right there. That's the web client. So what if I was to say like ribbit face doesn't have anything, but this guy's did the prototype. I want to actually go to somewhere else. So his Radiant site, let's say, that's GitHub. And so I'll just go to this one because it wasn't. Let's say Control A, Control C. And I don't know. It loaded Drachma. I don't know how you do this Drachma. But Drachma, like this is a web server, Hutchin2. Drachma is like a web client, kind of like if you ever heard of wget or curl or some of these things that download stuff. HTTP track, I think, is another one. What was I trying to look for now? Freaking Drachma. Drachma. Common Lisp. Example, let's say. Maybe I just type Drachma, I don't know. But this is like an HTTP 1 client. And I think they have like HTTP 2 and stuff, so I'm gonna have to go and get something new. But we could say quick load Drachma, but Hutchin2 examples use this Drachma file, right? So then right here, I think this is to get the headers. So by default, we probably won't get the headers too, but I want to see those too. This is what I was talking about earlier when I had shared Kuma site. I wanted to see what it was running, so maybe we could go back to that in a second and see if we can figure that out with this. And so here's lisp.org, but let's just go see like where Shirakuma had his, what was it called? I remember like the Typhoon. I think I had it in there. So if I say Shinmera Typhoon. I think Kandria was on there at some point, or Radiance was, right? So you put Radiance there. And I think it had EU in the name or something too. And maybe because there's no common list. So right here I should probably be going back to Google because that makes more sense. I've been using some. I'll just try this real quick, right? Do I have it over here still? I could just use that one, but I wanted to know what he was running earlier, remember? So let me try to Google and say like Shinmera, and his other thing was Shirakuma or something. That was on his GitHub, but Radiance. Common list. We'll see if Google does better on this one than the other guy did. Oh, I had it earlier. What if I just came over here and typed Typhoon? Is it going to pull it up for me? Is it not Typhoon? I just saw it. Tymoon. Okay, that's why it's not working. And then now, what's it saying for me to do? On the Drachma page. So if I wanted to go to lisp.org, instead I want to come over here and say jot one. So this is using like a Lisp library, HTTP request. I can just tab complete in here, and then Control Y to put that, and then we get back this. So there's a lot of numbers. Let me hit the page up maybe. So we have to go look in the source code maybe and see what all this stuff is, but basically we can see it's using like XHTML, it's Cloudflare, endpoints URI, whatever. And then it's doing some stuff, and somehow it's like spitting some, at least decimal 60, 33, 68, 79, 67, 84, 80. This might be letters. I'm trying to click on these things and inspect this thing. Presentation, let's inspect. All this stuff. So these might be like, I don't know. Maybe it's got some kind of encoding in something in here. Maybe this is something for Cloudflare, right? So, down here we can see the headers that I was looking for. XHTML, so it's running, looks like some kind of, there's like maybe some kind of CGI bin. And then, yeah, it might be like an iframe or something, I don't know. Like, I'm just playing around with his site, but let's just do something more like this. And then I probably want to come over here, Control XO, Control XB. Let's go back over to Control XO, Control XO again. And then, is this the REPL here though? Because I can see Control X1. It is. So now we'll just get Lisp.org, let's say. Maybe it's more HTML-ish looking. So here we go. So here's the HTML. And then here's the response 200 for the HTML spit out. Then because I put that other command in there, this one right here, I'm redirecting the headers to the standard output. Also, it added this. So without this command, I think it would just show this stuff right here. And so right here you see date, and you see it's running. This is what I was trying to see in his, like what web server was he running type of deal. But here we can see in this one, that's Lisp.org, but in Shinmera, I don't know. Let's just get back down here where it makes more sense to me. So this is actual HTML file coming back, and this is like White's. This is the guy that made that. It's his last name, I think. And then he made Hutchinson too, possibly. I don't know. And then right here it's like talking about John McCarthy in the title. The HTML image source. So it looks like it has maybe this is a John McCarthy color picture if we went there. So we haven't looked at that website yet, but we're just seeing from his website. And it has like a JMC. It's probably like his professor page on his web page or whatever. He's the guy who invented Lisp, basically, John McCarthy, and then Newsstand or whatever. And then down here is a header file, so you can see they're running Apache, they're running Linux, SUSE, I don't know how they pronounce this stuff. Just like Linux, you just make stuff up. Connection, upgrade, close, and then last modified. So it was last modified maybe in 2011, so this hasn't been updated since 2011, it looks like. Text HTML and Lisp.org. So now if we come over here and go to Lisp.org, let's say, I'm guessing we'll see a picture of John McCarthy on this page. There we go. So that was what we saw in there. It's a big old picture, ain't it? So it's obituary or his homepage. So when did he come around? 27 he was around. It's like in the 50s, I want to say. 58, 56, 57, 58. Somewhere in there he started like hanging around with the idea of Lisp or whatever. And by around 59, let's say, they came out with an interpreter or something you can run Lisp. And then here's just like his homepage that has information about the dude that made Lisp. Not Common Lisp. I'm going to say Common Lisp came out in the 80s maybe, and then later on, or maybe in the 90s, they made an ANSI standard or something. I don't know. I don't really know my Lisp history too well, but I mean, better than someone who doesn't know any of it. I don't know. Kind of like rambling around in this video again too, so probably going to cut it off here. Unless there's one more example that was cool in here. Oh, we loaded that, sorry. So now let's just go ahead and do this. Because I don't know what it's going to give us, I've never done this before. So I'm going to come down here, and I'm just going to cut that, come back over here, and recopy it. All right, now what we do, so we go to the test page right here. Just middle click that. Hutchin2 test menu. So see users ribbit face protocol Lisp. So here's where we're seeing, like, if we were to go look inside that file that I was talking about earlier, ribbit face, inside protocol, there's that projects file where I said we put our own stuff. But I guess the way Shinmera's got this set up, it's separating the stuff it downloads for QuickLisp into this dist files, and got that set up the projects for us to load stuff in. So QuickLisp will pull stuff out of here and out of the projects file in the way that Shinmera has it handled, set up or whatever. So info. So now we're seeing like all this stuff start coming out, right? This is a web server running inside, basically running outside. Well, I think this is actually running inside Emacs. If I close Emacs right now, or kill this REPL, then the web server is going to go away. I'll show that in a minute, right? So this page has been called one time. So once since its handler was compiled. So this is compiled code, I guess it's running. So I did it again, now it says twice. So it knows how many times it's been seen since it was last compiled. Now I can just add stuff or recompile stuff over here, and it doesn't matter, like, Lisp is just going to be able to figure stuff out, and so when someone else comes over here and refreshes the page, it's going to work, but if there's still on this page, it's going to be running that old code or something maybe, but it's going to update it when it clicks a function or whatever, but we'll still see like the old stuff was. So here we see the IP address, the port I'm running on. This is like the address for the acceptor or whatever the stuff is. This is the port. Let's see, port. Remote address. The remote address is me because I'm just going to my same computer. This is remote port though, so the ports are changing. Request method is a get. You can have like a get and post. There might be more. I don't know. Hutchin2 test info HTML. So this is a script. It's running right here. Query string foobar. A lot of people just mess with this stuff. Foo.bar, foobar baz, whatever. It's just some goofy stuff that some Unix nerds or something started playing around with, or maybe it was Perl, who knows. This is the host I'm on. The user agent's Mozilla, Windows NT, Windows 64, 64-bit, Firefox 88, a Gecko, except it's an XHTML application. It looks like there might be an image on here too somewhere. I don't know. What's there? I don't know. Where's it getting that from? This is like encoding English. Keep the connection alive. So anyway, and then right here, request URL. Hutchin2 foobar. So maybe if I add this question mark foobar after this, oh, here it is right here, right? So what if I say like ribbit equal face? Now it's been called 3 times. And then now we have this right here, the query string ribbit face. Now we have to do the get parameters, it's a ribbit.face, right? So we changed some stuff in here. Now if I was to go back to the information page maybe, I don't really want it to go. So go back one more time, and back one more time, and now it's right here. So here's a test for cookies. I'm not gonna go to this right now too much because I probably wanna do a whole separate video on like the web server Hutchin2, which I don't know nothing about. So Hutchin2 cookie test. You might have to rebuild this page to see the cookie value. Some information Hutchin2 provides about this. So cookie in pumpkin, map car cookies in. So I don't know if I refresh this page, let's say. So barking pumpkin. So they changed. I don't know what happens if I reload it again. It says the same thing. But how's it pulling this information? I don't know. But it's saying cookie in, barking, map car cookies in pumpkin. So I don't know if there was something I could type right here where a question mark, and then you could say, I don't know, pumpkin equal ribbit. That work? Like I don't know how this works. I don't know what I'm doing. But we could come over here and look too, right? Because it was doing stuff over here. Here's where I said pumpkin equal ribbit and like that. So maybe this is hard coded in the file, or maybe I could actually come in here and play with this, but I don't know. Back to the menu, maybe we'll get me where I want to go. So here's a session. So maybe I can put something here. Right here we see these, it says pumpkin, this is nil. So if I just hit enter in here, is all I have to do. We see dog there. I guess cat. Hit enter. And we can see cat right here. And then I don't know if it shows anything because this is a session. So it's probably not going to show something up here, right? I'll show some stuff up there. I just don't know what it is. Yeah, maybe that might be some hex or something we can decipher at one point, and unless for something. I don't know. I'm gonna cut this video off here, and maybe like later on when I know more about this. It looks like you can do authorization. So right here it's like asking for a password. Maybe Nanook Igloo is the username and password. So I say Nanook and type in Igloo. Then do I want to save that password? No, I don't ever want to save it. So this right here is the header information, and you can see like basic. Maybe this is that base 64 we saw load earlier. I don't know, it could be. And then Nanook Igloo. So I don't know, like, let me just try this real quick, just see what that is. So if I say like base 64 code for online, and usually they have an equal sign, so maybe this isn't what I'm thinking it is, but you gotta play around sometimes if you're curious to see how some of this stuff works. So like they have a base 64. Oh, I guess we asked for a base 64, but this is one. So I don't know if it's UTF-8 or whatever. So usually a lot of base 64 has an equal sign, so I don't know if that's what this actually is. It's not base 64 anymore. Let me just reload this page. Did it put me back to UTF-8 now? Which I just want to go back to. It could be ASCII or UTF-8 or whatever, so I don't know. I don't know that. So here we go. So you see that? This is base 64 encoded. And usually a lot of times you see this, you'll see equal, and you know it's base 64 encoded. I just, from like playing around with weird stuff over the years, kind of like recognize that as a base 64 string. And so now if you look, we decode that, then it becomes Nanook Igloo. And I don't know, like how can you see that? So over here, we can kind of see how this is working. I can spell this word right. And then right here, there's like a conversion. So I'm going to go to conversions. And then right here, I'm going to say ASCII hex decimal octal. Here's a hex chart, so you can see this too in a different way. So right here, if I want to know what like AA is in hex, I can say AA. So 169 in decimal is AA. So 148 and decimal is 994. Let's say in hex. We can double check that right here if we go back. And then right here, pick this one right here, because this has decimal, hex, octal, and ASCII. So humans like to use decimals, right? We like these decimals. But a decimal 10 is 10 fingers, right? That's probably why we use it. I think the Mayans used like a 20-base system, so they probably had no shoes, so they were just sandals, and so they count on their hands and toes or something. But we wear shoes, so our common thing now, like the modern things that people want to think is in decimal, but it's not a multiple of 10. Sorry, it's not a multiple of 2. So if you come over here and you say like 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2, 2 multiples of 2 over here, right? This is 256. So you might be able to do this exponent. I don't know, is exponent something in this? Exponent like 2, 3 maybe. There we go. So we can see the same thing if we put an 8 right here probably. So this is 2 to 2, so 2 times 2 times 2, or 2 to the 8, which is 256. And so if you ever notice like 2 to the 2, so there was 4-bit, but 2 to the 4, maybe someone remembers like or 2 to the 3 really, actually, let's go 2 to the 3. Because somebody might remember playing an 8-bit game, let's say, and then someone else might have come along later on in life, or the same person might have grown up and played games still. I don't know what that means. Don't do that right now. So then you have like 16-bit, and then we have the next one up and stuff. So over time, 32-bit came out, and notice like 6. These are all just multiple. Like this is just like 2 to the something. That's why you have this. So we can come up here like 2 to 10. Then we have like 1024s. Now we have a gig or whatever, right? So this is like multiples of 2s or whatever. So now if we come over here, the computer likes to think in zeros and ones though. So this is what the computer wants to see, right? And the humans want to see this decimal here. So when we say 13, we want it to be 13. We don't want it to be 0001101 to be 13, right? And in ASCII, this is so ASCII is what you type in on your keyboard or whatever. So we see 13 is a carriage return, so that's probably like hitting enter on your keyboard. It's going to send a carriage return, which, as far as the computer is concerned, is some stupid, is some binary stuff. It doesn't think it's stupid, but it's 13 to us. And so we can come over here a little bit further in the ASCII table. This should actually probably say ASCII up here too, but it says it right here at least. It's just a character null and different little things, line feed. So that's like in Windows, there's a line feed and a carriage return to make an enter, let's say. But now if we come over here, we can see we're getting to capital letters and then we get to the lowercase letters. So if we come over here and say like 65, and this is the way the computer sees the letter A. So ASCII for your keyboard, when you hit A, capital A, it's going to send this to the computer. It's going to read it as binary, but it's probably going to send like this. You'll see it a lot of times in hex code. So hex 41 is the binary 010001 or however many. That's the A for ASCII. This is octal. And a lot of times in octal, it's like doing network programming. You might be messing with octal more than most things maybe. And then hex is the compromise. The computer wants to think, like, say the letter A is this, but we want to think in decimal and say that the letter A is 65 decimal. But the computer doesn't like to think in anything but powers of 2s that we saw over here, right? And so it doesn't like this. So we create like humans created another counting system just to talk to computers, because 16 right here, see how 2 to the 4 is 16. So that means that if we make a hexadecimal system, it's easier for us to think in hexadecimal than it is to think in binary. And it's easier for the computer to think in hexadecimal than it is for a human to think in binary, let's say, right? And it's easier for the computer to think in binary than it is decimal. So this is the compromise. You have to learn a whole other lettering system. And so you have like 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Make that bigger. This one. So, and then right here we have 5, let's say. Go to the end of that. And 6, 7, 8, 9. And so we can say that from 0 to 9, and actually if we could look at the numbers, let's say, we should say 0 to 9. So 0 to 9, and this isn't in hex. So in ASCII, then octal, the 0 would be like this stuff. So F, so we have A, B, C, D, E, F. And this is our hexadecimal system. I'll put this in a list, let's say. Since it's pair edit mode on, I come over here, go like this maybe. Jeez. All the way to the end. And then if I just hit enter here, maybe it'll Control X here, enter that. And I'm just gonna go to the end of this and enter something Lisp cares. There we go. So now we have like a representation of that. So F is 15. So we're doing hexadecimal, so it's from 0 to F is 16 characters. The computer starts counting at 0, so F is 15. We could show this too in some more stuff of like, just like, maybe like say like, looks like a char. I don't know what the command is. I hate when my protocol gets in this environment where the tabs aren't working correctly. It's probably because all this stuff I typed up in here is not got like a quote. So if I just go like this, it'll keep doing that. So that's just like a compromise between these things right here. And I want to say like if it's like a char code maybe. And if I just say the capital A that we're trying to see right here, is just so I can do that. So 65. So even Lisp, let me just do this for one time. Too many buttons. So see right here, the capital letter A is 65 in decimal. And so if we were to come over this chart, say like 65 in decimal, right? It goes right here. Hex, it's going to be 41. So right here is the letter A. So we could maybe say, how do we know? I don't know. Like, we're using that format command. And I think if we say like, I don't know what it is, but I'm just going to guess X. Can I say, I might even be able to put like 0x or X0. I'm just going to see if this thinks this is X. And if I hit the letter A right here, maybe, it'll show me what I want to see. Maybe I want to see the error. X, it's not a type, whatever. So Q, Q. Now I'm in some stuff I didn't mean to get into. So Control XB to go back to the REPL. I'm not going to spend more time on this really, but I want to try this one more time. So maybe it's like 0x. Control X, maybe capital. I did something sometimes here. I can't figure out how to get out of it. Control Q got me out of there. I don't know. There's a way to make it like a. So maybe if I was to say like 65 here or something. It's a digit maybe. Maybe it wants a lowercase x. Which I don't think it matters, but maybe it's directed it does. I don't know. I'll figure that out later, I guess. How to sit there and make it. Oh, you know, because I'm not doing this too either. I have to put this little T here. Is that all I'm doing wrong? Okay. So 41. So we're saying get decimal, format T and hex X. Format X as a hexadecimal 65, and this is pulling it in as a decimal, right? And it's returning 41. And so if we came back over here once again, 65 was A, we set a decimal, let's say. And so now you see the hex for that. And so, like, we could even say like binary or what was it, an octal? So I don't know, maybe O would be octal, I don't know. But we can see 101, is it? So yeah, octal 101. Now let's say we want to try to get the binary for that number. And like from what we've been doing so far, maybe we can put a B here. And then now you see. So if this chart's correct and agrees with Lisp, then you should have like 65B 01001. Right here is probably just 7 characters sitting here, right? So let me just grab the first in the middle so you can see 1, 2, 1, 2, and then 3 in the middle. So that's 7. And so it's just dropping the first one because the 0, 1 doesn't matter in the first 0 right there. This was just going to read it like that. So anyway, you know, we got to see, I guess, interesting things possibly. But when we came back over here, I guess that Hutchinson server, that's how this right here is coming. Authorization is using base 64. And that's how it knows this is the username and password because we took this and deciphered it with base 64, right? Well, anyway. I could go on forever, maybe, I don't know. I didn't know how I was going to do these videos or if I even knew what to say. And so far, I probably talked too fast and running through here. But that's not important right now. It's just more of me testing to see if I can get these videos to work. And also, like, at one point I had some music playing in the background and I was over here making my video. And the stupid thing, like I had it set up over here, I can show you what I'm recording with right now, Alt-Z. And I'm using this GeForce experience. I hope I don't mess nothing up by clicking buttons, but like when I was doing the recordings right here, under audio maybe. So since I was playing music and the system sounds were up and the microphone was on, and you combine it in a single track. So I don't want to change this, so hopefully it doesn't mess something up. But what happened is now, since I was saying right here, they're being in a single track right here, right? Audio is currently combined in a single track. There's no way for me to separate this in a video editor or something without, you know, my voice and the radio playing in the background. And it was just some ambient music with no like words or anything, and I had meant to turn it off and I forgot. I uploaded this video up to YouTube and then it's like copyright for the music, whatever, so that sucked. So the next video I did is I changed this, but you can't see right now, but you can when it's not recording. Come in here and change it to be a single track or a separate track. So the second time, man, it was frustrating because what I did was, I think I can hit Alt-Z to get out of there. The second time what I did was I had the second track there, had the sound there, but I left it empty, so this time no music. And then, but I had 2 tracks sitting there, and when I uploaded that video up to Windows, it took like an hour and 30 minutes for Kdenlive to render my video. It's like 2 hours long, the other one, right? I don't know how long this one is, but the other one was like 2 hours long. And it took like an hour and a half for Kdenlive to like transfer it over there. After ripping out the audio, just to see if I can rip the music out next time, and then put that audio track up, which it does let me do, but it means I have to spend an hour and a half to take music out of the video. And I don't want to render it. Like this one, I'm going to try to render it in Kdenlive. And I just want to upload it. When I'm doing the polyblissy videos, people are in there cussing or whatever, somehow I have to edit that out. So I probably have to like do that. But this what I'm doing on Lisp, it's just me messing around with stuff. So I might mess up and show something I don't want to show, and then I have to sit there and go back and edit it. But I'm trying to make this one where I don't have to edit anything. And so, like, I can't play music or anything while I'm messing with stuff because I'm trying to monetize this stuff just to play around. Like, I want to make Ribbit Face and put everything over there for free. But if I do that, then anybody watching videos on Ribbit Face is going to charge me with the, like, cloud, like, company or whatever that I'm using right now. Every time someone watches a video, if 1,000 people watch the video and it got popular or something, not that it is, but I don't have money to sit there and pay these dudes. So I'm trying to put all the videos on YouTube for now. Maybe I'll put all the text files and stuff on Ribbit Face, and then somehow if I can start get a job, or if YouTube actually works out, I don't know if you can make money or whatever on here, but I'll just try and see what happens. And even if I'm not, it doesn't matter because I'm saving money by using YouTube, by not people downloading off of ribbitface.com all these videos and stuff, if I'm going to keep making these things. And so I'll try to make ribbitface.com with all information and videos, and eventually without any advertisements or anything. But for YouTube right now, if I can make me enough money to get Ribbit Face going, then maybe I don't have to work for a while. That'd be cool. So anyway, that's like some stuff. What's up, Shinmera? This is dedicated to you. Thanks for all the stuff you're doing in your game. Hang in there, man. And I'm going to go ahead and get out of here because I think that this is a good time to stop. So thanks. And so here I hit Alt F9 and I can stop recording my video with that GeForce Experience thing.